By now, Anita Miller has learned about the unexpected. She brought home a C in high school art. Never even touched a paintbrush until age 30.
I was shocked that I could draw. And then I thought, gee whiz, maybe if I can draw, maybe I can paint. Ooh, wouldn't that be cool?
Today, she owns a studio, an old Army outpost, where inside,
I feel their companionship with me all the time.
the unexpected is an art all its own.
It takes light and shadow to understand a form.
Anita didn't know it yet, but here in the shadows, her most important work was about to begin. 2005, the Columbus-based Lima Company Marine Reserve Unit deployed to Iraq. 23 men, 17 from Ohio, never made it home. In just 3 months, the Lima Company was left with an unwanted legacy, with more deaths than any other U.S. company in Iraq.
My heart just cried with all of the other collective cry.
Anita knew nothing of politics, only of paint, nothing of the military, only of being a mom. Her sons are the same age.
I threw up a prayer that if I could do anything to ease the hearts of these families, that's what I would want to do. But I didn't know what to do.
Then, months later, she woke up, haunted by a dream.
And I saw this installation of life-size portraits of the men, all standing together, interacting with each other.
For some reason, Anita's vision was so clear. She saw the exhibit in the Ohio State House. She envisioned a circle of paintings in the middle of the rotunda. Anita knew what she had to do.
Because the pain that they're going through was so profound. You know, if you think at all that you can ease someone's heart, how can you walk away from that?
So Anita began. She first tracked down families of all 23 men. She could have stopped there, but life-size portraits would never fit in her studio. Next, she built a 2-story room.
Now's the time when the painting really starts to talk back. I was kind, or I love to have fun.
And there she learned this was more than art. This was a brush with God.
Before I paint each man, I ask God if he will allow me the gift of being able to meet them in spirit.
Anita measures the Marines not by medals, but by their character.
The power of this memorial is not going to be due to the skill of me. It will be due to the gift that they gave. Michael Cifuentes was goodness.
23 men.
Chris Dyer is joy. He's the guy in the middle. And Aaron Reed, I feel acceptance.
Who stand for thousands.
And they're beautiful faces. And the more I paint them, the more beautiful they become.
No one knows those faces better than moms and dads. So Anita asks parents like Bill and Jane Erdy to lend a sturdy hand.
Kind of feel like you're touching him a little bit.
Anything to feel close to their son.
He didn't tell us
how bad it was.
Nick Erdy studied military strategy even as a kid.
I mean, they were young men. They were living their dreams at that point. I mean, that's
all he ever wanted to do.
Until May 11th.
I was hoping he was hurt.
That knock on their door.
But he was just hurt.
Nick died 3 days after his best friend, Dustin Durga.
Nick had been killed actually on the day that we were at the airport to get Dustin's remains.
Dustin was the first of Lima Company to die.
And it was so bad that there'd be 3 funerals on one day, and you had to pick and choose which one you could go to because you couldn't make all 3.
The 2 families
Oh my gosh.
had only one request.
This is Nick and Durga.
They asked Anita to paint their sons together. For 2 years, she worked. Through summer days, through winter storms. Seasons may pass, but for these families, grief remains. Except in this moment, Nick and Dustin smile in return.
Like he's here, like it's him. And he's just looking right at us.
The unexpected. Somehow, in silence, pain makes room for joy.
He's happy there. He's very happy there.
It means a lot to our family. We miss them a lot. We miss all these guys a lot.
For Nick and Dustin, a mission now complete.
I just love it. It's hard to put into words how it makes you feel.
Anita hoped the families would help with one final touch.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Thanks. You're welcome.
The boots the Marines wore
This is good. This is so good.
sit at the base of their portrait, stepping out of the battleground and into their hearts.
It's been my blessing.
One mother told Anita,
Had this not been made, he would have lived and died, and no one would ever have known. And now his life will count. So I paint.
Anita thought she would paint in solitude, in shades of sadness.
Yeah. I thought I was honoring them in their death, but it's a celebration of life.
So, Anita knew when her work was done. All around, the men of the Lima Company found freedom, somewhere between the color and the canvas, between this world and the next.